Bay, deep underground, is the Barrel Hall, and a very special room full of amazing wine. And it's here that I'm catching up with Neil and his new business partners, Loukas and Caroline.
This is the wine we had for our wedding. It's a very special wine to us, and Neil always makes amazing Chardonnays, but this is very special.
It's almost like you can tell a Waiheke Chardonnay. There's something on the nose, there's something about the flavours, and this is just this lovely kind of toasty grapefruit pith kind of character, really lovely.
I believe with a lot of different clones grown at different sites to make complex concentrated Chardonnay, and low yield, which you get here naturally, is really important.
You get these layers of flavors coming through your mouth, and there's an amazing softness, and the balance of minerality with acidity is incredible.
You a Chardonnay fan, Caroline?
I am, and I particularly like the style of Chardonnay. It's light, it's easy to drink, it's not overly oaky, and it's just delicious. It's a beautiful day or night, and just way too easy to drink, to be honest.
Cheers.
Integral to the winemaking is the growing of grapes, which is where Sam steps in, with some help, of course, from his enthusiastic young helper, Rocky.
So this is what you wanted to show me?
Yeah, this is this Riesling we're after.
Ah, okay, so this is all Viognier?
This is all Viognier. We broke the bulk of this vineyard a week and a half ago for still Viognier and left out the other half. And now that's what we're leaving, another 2 weeks.
Yep.
Hopefully most of that bunch, most of all these wines will be like that.
And so that'll end up going into the Gloria. How do you do it sustainably? So what does sustainable kind of mean for you in your job?
It's basically trying to do as little as you have to do to the vine. Sustainability is always in the back of your head, whereas we've been sustainable for many years, but we've got organic in the back of our mind.
And what's your kind of dream goal for your grapes every year?
Nice clean bunches, ripe grapes, which, yeah.
Does Rocky eat the grapes?
Rocky does like the grapes. This is Rocky's first vintage and he's quite enjoying it.
More gorgeous scenery. More puppies! Leave my dress alone, Badger.
Neil and Sam have only got one shot every year to get the grapes in and get it right. However, for head chef Sam Clark, harvesting is a year-round task, foraging for seasonal local produce.
Wow, these figs are just fantastic, Sam.
Yeah, they're lovely, eh?
Yeah, must be brilliant. Having them so close to the doorstep. Oh, I've got a couple here. When you're putting your dishes together, you're thinking about your menu. What's your food philosophy?
Our menus are only based on the season. You wouldn't find anything out of season on our menus, and as local and fresh as possible. So things like the figs just really make it.
So like when you're thinking about pairing the dishes on your menu to wines, what's the process with that?
We stick to quite common sense flavours, and generally, like beef goes with certain wines, lamb goes with certain wines. As long as you're not doing something that's too out there, then you're going to have a good wine match.
Take them away before I eat any more.
So Sam is going to show me one of the most popular food and wine matches on the menu. It's Hawke's Bay Wagyu beef with onion, leek, truffle and smoked speck, paired with the Cable Bay Reserve Syrah.
Why the Reserve Syrah?
It's big and bold. The dish has got kind of simple yet elegant and refined flavours.
Oh, you're clever. Wow. Syrah smells like violets and pepper and plum. Oh my gosh.
It's a great wine, isn't it?
And it's so good with the beef. It's lifted and it's light and it's elegant, and it's just sort of wraps itself around that rich, gorgeous puree of yours.
It coats your entire palate, doesn't it?
It coats your entire palate. Cheers. Cheers to a sensational combination.
Thank you.
And the food and wine's not bad as well.
Neil and his sidekick Chloe are flat out in the winery at the moment. And as well as the usual tanks and barrels, they have a wee container out the back where Chloe is nurturing some special barrels along.
So Neil, you're quite happy that this is Chloe's little container of experiments, or what's going on in here?
Yeah, no, I'm totally happy. I mean, it's Chloe's got a lot of experience, and I've been around a long time, and and I'm sure she's got something to teach me.
He keeps a close eye on me.
So what are we going to taste? What's inside this?
This is our Clone 95 Chardonnay from one of our Chardonnay vineyards.
Okay.
The first pick Chardonnay for us this year. And we're playing around with large format barrels a bit now. So this is a puncheon, 500 litres.
500 litres. So what stage is this
This is about halfway through fermentation.
What are your hopes for what we've got in our glass at the moment?
Well, Chloe's probably hoping it ferments properly. Otherwise she's in trouble.
Yeah. It smells so lovely. It's got that lovely kind of powdery sort of, you can tell that it's fermenting, that's got that yeasty note. But there's kind of a grapefruity, pithy character in there as well.
Each vessel takes on its own character. Just each one is its own living being, and it's confined, so they do develop differently through fermentation. So yeah, you have to look at each one every day and not skip any out, because they do take little turns and twists and everything.
So in this room, it's all Chardonnay?
No, we have two barrels of Viognier, which is, I guess, the luxury of a small winery like ours. We can do different things.
Far out, it's really foamy. It's like a bubble bath going on in there. It smells like apricot bubble gum.
Our main Viognier for a table wine is tank fermented, and then a portion aged in older barrels. And then we use a very small amount of Viognier to co-ferment with our Syrah, and it's not so much the juice of the grape, it's in the skins.
It provides sort of like a really lifted fruit aroma to Syrah.
And then the third wine we make is our late harvest Viognier, so it's a sweet wine, which we call Sweet Gloria, and a lot of fun to make. We've learnt a lot. It's quite a challenging wine to make, and it's good fun.
And we'll be getting to Sweet Gloria soon. But first, Sam has outdone himself with a staff lunch fit for VIPs.
There we go, guys.
Wow. That's amazing.
You want to make some fish?
Yeah, I would love some. Pinot Gris rosé, perfect lunchtime wines. So it must just be quite amazing, Caroline, to have all this amazing produce on your doorstep.
Absolutely. Everything is just so nice and fresh and nicely prepared.
Would you feel quite proud? Is it something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I had a vision, I guess, that something like this could be done here. The opportunity for people to enjoy wine and food in what I think is a real New Zealand environment is great, and that's probably what I'm most proud of, is that it really is a New Zealand place. It's not trying to be anything other than a big lawn, good food, good wine, and nice and relaxed.
Right, so this is Sweet Gloria. Tell me about this wine. It looks so amazing.
Well, it's one of those wines that just came about without planning. It got some botrytis in the vineyard in 2009, hung the fruit out, and of course, botrytis fruit, by the time we picked it, looks pretty ugly, and there was a fair bit of scepticism as to why we were doing it.
For me, this wine is just honeysuckle and stewed apricots and brandy, like a real evening kind of drink.
It's just like nectar, really.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you've done well, grasshopper.
Wow.
Look at that. This is outstanding.
The rhubarb's been cooked in the rosé syrup with vanilla and a little bit of orange peel as well. As well as that, we've got a jelly made from the syrup. It's lemon curd on the bottom with blueberries, and we have a frozen white chocolate parfait and violet ice cream and violet meringue. The white chocolate powder.
It's like magic.
It works with the wine. It's not, the flavours are not too strong, like they're quite delicate flavours
Really
in the dessert.
flavours. Neil, Sam, you amazing, clever, talented, gorgeous pudding maker.
Cheers.
Mahurangi River Winery is situated an hour's drive north of Auckland City. Looking at the stunning view of the Mahurangi Harbour, it's easy to see why Shelley Trotter's family have farmed here for 5 generations.
So why Matakana? Why here?
Oh, is there a choice? I was born here.
Oh well,
Yeah,
clearly,
so,
stay.
yes, yeah, I was born probably in Warkworth, but I grew up 2 kilometres from here. And my dad grew up next door to that, and my grandpa grew up next door to that. So, yeah, I was blessed to be born here.
And never thought of ever leaving, or?
I've been away and I've done stuff. I've been to uni and travelled the world, but I always wanted to come home and farm. And this property's sort of been an extension of the farming.
The place was planted in 1998, so this has been part of the area for that long. So we're the third owners. And that, I think, has its challenges because basically we're dealing with other people's visions and aspirations, and it's one of the earlier vineyards in the area, so at the time of planting it, no one really knew what grew well here and what didn't grow well here.
So Gary, had you had any experience in growing grapes or making wine before meeting Shelley?
No, well, only consuming the final product. Our process has been to always get the people working for us. So we've got viticulturists, we've got winemakers. Okay. And for me, working in the winery is no big deal because I've worked on water pumps and milking machines and stuff like that.
So the mechanics of it all is quite easy for you to grasp?
Pretty straightforward.
Oh, so that's handy. That's why you chose him, because he's good at fixing stuff. Sort out the light bulbs.
He's Mr. Fix-It, definitely.
It's a beautiful day.
For Shelley and Gary, it's also very much a family affair, particularly during vintage, where the kids and their mates work just as hard as they do. So what did you think about your parents' foray into growing grapes and making wine?
It's kind of good because it's a place to get money where we don't actually have to get on the payroll.
What are you saving up for?
Fishing.
Fishing gear? So when you're working, how does your day start?
Get here, drinking coffee.
And then what do you do?
Pick up boxes of grapes and then drive them up the hill to Warren, and we weigh them and then we throw them in the stemmer when it's red grapes, put them into the vat and let it ferment for a while.
And so how much would one of these tubs full of grapes weigh?
Depends how full it is.
Well, obviously.
If it's a really full one, it can be up to 20 kilos.
Wow, that's heavy.
Not quite 20 kilos, around about 12.
We did. Oh, that one that you did, that was over 20. That was over 20.
My bad.
So do you think after having all this experience, maybe doing this later as a career?
No.
No? So what do you want to do? What are you kind of thinking about?
Fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah, something. More mechanics.
All right, off you go, lads. So will this thing start? Do you need a push? Hello.
It's on.
It's on?
It's on.
Hi, grapes. Winemaker Warren worked for a number of New Zealand's bigger brands before making the move north to run this tiny winery. It's a bit of a change for you, coming from really, really big companies to a small-scale operation like this.
Yes, very much, actually. Yeah, it's been a good change. It's all under my control, so I really enjoy it.
What's in here?
This is some Cabernet that we picked 3 days ago, so it's kicked off overnight. Getting a little bit excited, actually.
I was going to say, it looks like a grape souffle.
Yeah, so we might be moving a portion of that this afternoon, so we can plunge it without overflowing.
Right, and all hand plunged, obviously.
Everything's by hand, yes. We'll wander around a little bit further. I'll give you a taste of the Albarino.
So what stage is this at?
So this is finished ferment. It was sulphured about 2 weeks ago, and it's just still resting on ferment lees.
Oh, that smells really nice, doesn't it? It's like, soft peach and...
Yes, a little bit of lime, lemon zest, a little bit of orange blossom sort of characters there as well.
Yeah, I like that Albarino.
Yes,
I'd like to taste that when it ends up in the bottle. The winery sits alongside the bustling restaurant, meaning customers can watch the team at work crafting the wines they'll end up enjoying with lunch. And they arrive through the gardens, which grow much of what ends up on the plate as well. Not a bad view for lunch, is it?
It's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
You know, you must just sit here at the end of the day and just think, wow, what an amazing decision we made to come here. Or do you sit here and think, oh my gosh, look what needs to be done? How much work have we got to do?
No, I think we've done enough delegating that we're able to sit and enjoy it.
Tell you what I'm savouring though, this Chardonnay that you've just poured is fantastic.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Really, really good.
The one word I use for this one is elegant.
Elegant?
Elegant. It's got everything there, but nothing's shouting out and saying I'm different. So it's got nice acids, it's got good citrus flavour.
Lovely mealy, toasty, oaky notes. Dried peaches, fig.
Yeah, I think the
apricots.
fig, definitely.
I like it because it's our first vintage.
Is that right?
So these were the first grapes we ever picked.
I feel like proposing a toast to stunning efforts. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right. Deep Creek is a small, picturesque stream in the quiet, peaceful beachside suburb of Torbay on Auckland's North Shore. Deep Creek is also a fantastic craft brewery, bar and restaurant, turning heads and making some delicious drops of tiny batch brewed glory. But the beginnings of Deep Creek are somewhat more humble. I wondered what the gorgeous smell was.
Yeah, you can't beat some beer being brewed.
Hello, you. Is this the source of the creek?
This is the source of the creek, the start of the mash.
Fantastic.
Where all the beauty comes from for the beer. So yeah, all the sugar's being created right now.
Brilliant, and I love this setup. This is very cool. Explain the parts, right? You got your
Yeah, well, this is
hot water?
HLT, yeah. So we basically got hot water in there. So and we crush the grain into the mash tun. And then once we've done that for over an hour, we basically wash them into the kettle. And that's where we get the hop additions and the beautiful aromas of the hops.
Brilliant. And this is where it all started, isn't it?
Sure is, yeah.
I can just see you guys in the middle of the night, slaving over
Yeah,
a brew.
well, we made a few brews in the middle of the night. The neighbours were pretty
dubious, I think, through
Yeah, not too sure about the noise we were making, but we created some beers. We gave them some beers.
And have you had any disasters? Well, did you have any early disasters here in the shed?
We didn't.
Many.
Well, yeah, not major disasters in here.
Don't put a positive spin on it. I want the honest answer.
We had bigger disasters in your dad's shed with the big kit.
Yeah, that was. We don't need to go into that though.
So, home brewing in your garage, it's not an uncommon thing. Lots of people do it. My husband does it.
Yep.
Neighbours do it. But there's a big difference between good home brewing and very average home brewing. I mean, when did you realise that you weren't half bad at doing this?
We got the opportunity to put some beers into the National Home Brewing Awards, and this is in 2010. And yeah, sure enough, we got a couple of medals there. So
you got a couple of medals?
Yeah, 2 medals.
Wow.
So that was the sort of change. We had then we sort of had the confidence to say, well, maybe this is more than home brew, and it's not a bunch of bottles exploding in the garage. So we've got, let's try and make something of it.
And make something of it they did. Along with bar and restaurant manager Scott, the Deep Creek Brews and Eats bar was created beside the beach in Browns Bay. So what are you pouring for me to try, Scott?
Yvonne, I'm pouring you a 309 New Zealand Pale Ale.
Ooh, yum.
This one is a very light style Pale Ale.
Okay.
Not too offensive for people who haven't tried too many craft beers before.
Because we don't want offensive beers.
No, beer shouldn't be offensive. But it should challenge you in some ways.
Okay, give that to me. Let's go and take a seat.
No problem.
Oh, couldn't you just come round through the gate like normal people?
No, I like to be the Dukes of Hazzard.
Fantastic. Can I have a sip? Is that all right?
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it smells good. Oh, that's really nice. It's really tangy, and there's quite an injection of bitterness there, isn't there?
Yep, it really reminds us of drinking beer in the sun down Coromandel, which is the 309 road from Coromandel to Corriglen. Just named after.
The 309.
Summer in a glass.
Okay, and food's quite a big draw card to Deep Creek. So, what would you pair with the 309?
Head chef Sean has created a Black Angus steak that has a what's called a shakalaka sauce, which is a South African influence.
Let's just say that together. Shakalaka sauce.
Well, I wanted to call this beer Boom because then it would have been Boom Shakalaka. But they didn't go for it. So.
Why not? See, that's gold. I love that. Boom Shakalaka.
Nice.
The brewing at Deep Creek happens right here in the middle of the bar restaurant, so punters can sit and watch Paul at work while they sip on the fruits of his labour. It's like a total immersion brewing experience.
Thank you, Ellen. There's a man over here who deserves a beer. He's been working hard all day. Is this one mine?
That one's yours, Yvonne.
Thank you, Jarred. So how do you come up with the concepts for the beers? I mean, this is the Dusty Gringo. Why is it the Dusty Gringo?
We created this brown ale, bit of chocolate malt, and got all the flavours going with a pretty heavily hopped beer. And yeah, I mean, once you got this creation in your fridge, you need to start thinking about what you're gonna call it.
We're having a bit of a Dusty Gringo session up in Jarred's Lounge, and I can't actually recall how we came around to it. It was a lot of iterations.
I'm not even going to go with what is a Dusty Gringo session. So tell me how this all happened, you know, the actual setup of Deep Creek.
You know, we wanted to have the handcrafted style with, you know, similar to our beers. So, you know, all of the timber, the gates are...
Yeah, these are great. I love them.
Yeah, it's all timber from the farm down in the King Country. So
what farm? Your farm?
Yeah, our farm down there. So we've sort of it's been milled and been in the shed, and we thought, okay, we can make something out of that. So this stuff's come from there. So it's got a bit of a soft spot for me. And even the bar, you know, the bar was it's all Remu and Carrie come from the old Tolaga Bay. At the end of the wharf was a large wool store, and basically this has all been reclaimed from that.
Really?
So, yeah, there's lots of little things hidden in the place.
Little bits of history, little bits of family. What would you eat with this beer?
Definitely, I think you know, the one that we find here, especially in Deep Creek, is the barbecue ribs that we've got. You know, so it's sort of a rich sauce, but it goes great with the gringo, and you find that a lot of people sitting there with a big plate of ribs and a gringo are pretty happy customers.
So how do you cook them? What have you done? Tell me, explain, because it smells amazing.
I've got an old technique of doing it. We confit our ribs in pork fat for 2.5 hours at 160 degrees Celsius prior to grilling. I've got this Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, which I kind of picked up and made my own when I was out over in Florida.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So how do you go about deciding on the recipes, you know, the dishes to go with the different beers?
We get a tasting paddle each. We bring out all the new menu items, and we sit down and compare notes and tasting notes. And
it sounds awful.
I know. It's a
hard work.
Tedious job.
G'day, my name's Alan. I'm the beer ambassador for Deep Creek Brewing Company. It's a very good team. We've all got little special things we do. We complement each other very well. Work really well together.
So apart from the lure of Sean's cooking at work every day, why do you do what you do? Why are you here?
It's hard work, but at the same time, it's really satisfying. All you do is you usually get beer in and then to sell it on, you know, from one of the big breweries. So being able to see it from creation to actually then educating the public and putting it in their hands, that's really satisfying.
Well, here's to drinking beer, because you do it rather well. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And you, have I got sauce on my face?
Just a little bit.
Oh, just a big bit right in here.